If you follow today's tutorial, you'll learn how to design this flat illustration in just a few steps using Adobe Illustrator. Today's theme is finding a spot to go surfing using an app. For inspiration, I've seen this illustration on Dribbble. It's done by this team that's called Herka. It's kind of like saying haircut in a hurry. And I've sampled and adjusted a couple of these colors. I've added more saturation just because I would like for this particular illustration to have more contrast. And we'll create this illustration in 3 steps. The first one is the surfboard, then the character, and the final step is actually creating the mobile phone. Before we start, I'd like to first thank Envato Elements for sponsoring today's video. If you want to get access to over 53 million creative assets, then follow the link in the description for a special offer. I've been a subscriber for a year now and it's helped me a lot to find images, mockups, even custom brushes for Illustrator or even actions. Here are a few examples. In terms of brushes, I've used Inky brushes for Illustrator and this vintage type generator, when you can just replace the text and the preset will do the rest. Use the link in the description if you want to get a special offer. To get started, first let's take a look over the layers. We have the sketch on top. It has a lower opacity of about 20 to 30%, and then underneath we're actually going to create the illustration using this as reference. With the black color selected, I'm actually going to start with the top part, drag a huge curve over here while holding down shift to get it straight, and then close it off. With the reflect tool, I'm actually going to make a copy. So over here you have the reflect tool. I'll place a point anywhere on this path, and while holding down option and shift, I'll make a copy. Let's sample with the eyedropper tool the blue, and now we can start working on the character. I want to have some separation between the t-shirt and the pants, so I'm going to use different shapes for that. I'll start with the pen tool and actually draw something over here that follows along the sketch but goes over the initial surfboard. With the surfboard, I'll actually Command C and Command F to make a copy and paste it in front, and then with all of these selected, go to Window, Pathfinder and hit Intersect. That way you'll only have this particular shape left. Let's zoom out and sample a different color, maybe something that is contrasting, and then we can start working on the t-shirt. Start from the pants and try to use the sketch as reference. Where you have these curves, I'm actually going to create straight paths and then I'm going to round them off with the direct selection tool. Close this shape off and of course sample it to a different color just because I want it to stand out from the background. Let's make it a blue. And now switch to the direct selection tool from over here. Click once on that anchor and actually drag it to get a rounded corner that's super smooth. Now let's create the hands. I'll try to follow along in the same general direction as the t-shirt because I want to have rounded corner. I'm actually going to go over it, extend, then close it off. Now I can't really see where it was, so I'm going to place it here and then with the direct selection tool I'm going to move it. Let's close this shape off and with the direct selection tool move it so it overlaps with the t-shirt. We need a different color for this. I'm going to use this character as reference, so I'm going to use this yellow for any parts of the body. With the direct selection tool, select this one and let's create a curved radius. Same here because I don't want to have really straight paths. I want to have more of a rounded look to them. Same thing with this hand. Try to follow along and let's place a point wherever we want to have corners and we'll round them off afterwards. And now with the direct selection tool, it's all a matter of going over each one and trying to make changes to it. For example, these two, I'll hold down shift to select both of them so I can actually have a perfect circle. This one on the other side to have some consistency. For the neck, I'll start over here and actually place a few points like so. This would be the face, so I'm trying to follow along to have a nose for this character as well. And of course I'm going on top of everything just because I'm going to come with a separate element. It's going to be the hair and the beard that's going to be on top of it. Maybe for the nose have a small radius over here because I don't want it to be super sharp. This is a great exercise if you want to try to get more familiar with how to actually round things off using the direct selection tool because it's such an amazing tool. You can get really cool curves in your illustration instead of relying only on the pen tool together. Let's sample the black just because I want it to stand out. Now is the fun part. Switch to the direct selection tool and start rounding these shapes off. This is the final one. And now we can move over to the ear. For the ear, I'm going to actually use the curvature tool. Create a curve. This is way easier than working with the pen tool if you have paths that are curvy but you don't want to rely on the pen tool to create them. Command left bracket to send it behind. Now of course we do need to create this coffee mug. I'm imagining it to be a coffee mug. It could be something else inside. Coffee should do for now. Let's make it 6 points and this would be the cup holder, and then we would have the actual coffee mug over here, switch to the pen tool to actually create the shape of the mug. For example, I don't really like this curve. I'm going to use the smooth tool. It's hidden over here under the shaper tool. Make sure to select it, go over it a couple of times till you get something that you're satisfied with. For this part, I would actually like to have a fill as well. From the appearance panel, you can actually select the fill and choose the one from the swatches panel. Let's bring this to the front because I would like for this one to have a white fill. And now we can actually select all of these, group them, and send them behind the hand. From the layers panel, we can actually toggle the visibility to check out the illustration and see how it looks. One thing that I've noticed is the face is a bit it's a bit too small, so I'm going to double click to get inside it. With the direct selection tool, I'm going to select all of those pads and actually move them forward a bit. Let's enable it again, and now you can actually start working on the actual mobile phone. We'll start with a huge rectangle. It's going to be the outer shell. Let's select these 2 points and actually round them off. From the center, we're going to actually draw another rectangle, but that's going to be the inside display. Let's sample a different color so we can actually differentiate them. These two need to be rounded off. The radius needs to be a bit smaller, just because if you have the same radius, it's going to look weird. If you have a smaller radius, then it's going to look just fine. We need to create the notch because this is an iPhone after all. Let's make this smaller, and again, these two need to be rounded off. Let's sample the black color. These shapes are actually meant to show the location because this guy is looking for a place to surf. So I'm going to have these kind of like location marks, but it can also be a speech bubble. Take an ellipse, hold down Shift and Option to actually create a perfect circle. From over here with the pen tool, I'm actually going to create a shape like this one. I'm going to reflect it, hit O on the keyboard, place a point in the middle, hold down Alt and Shift, and you can make a copy. With both of them selected, hit Shift M for the shape builder tool and actually merge these two. And now, because I want this corner to actually be rounded, I'm going to do just that. Take the ellipse tool, and while holding down the center alignment of this element, actually create a circle. Now, using the pen tool, I'm actually going to sample this particular style with the 6-point outline. Make sure that you start from the center of this element and it aligns well. I'm holding down Shift to make sure that everything's straight, and I'm going to follow the sketch, and for these ones I'm going to round them off as much as possible, and I'll make a copy of this one, but this particular location will be smaller just because this is the starting point as I imagine it. Let's select this one and actually sample the white because I want it to stand out. The final piece of information is actually this one. I was imagining a button that has a fingerprint, so I'm trying to make this fingerprint out of this stroke. This stroke also needs to have a rounded gap on a corner, so let's try to create something very similar. Now I can't really see this, so let's switch it to a different color. Let's select every single one, and from over here let's make it white. Now I can see what I'm working on. Have one start from the middle and actually go around it, and have these elements as supporting elements. Let me know if this looks like a fingerprint to you. It kind of does for me, but I'm not sure if I did a good job or not. For the final element, I'm actually going to have a rounded circle. I'm going to sample the same color. If you're going to sample this color, sometimes it doesn't do a good job, right? Just because you have the sketch on top. So instead of that, I always try to sample these colors. Because I don't want to merge every single element over here, but I do want this transition, I'm going to create a rectangle that follows along this path with these two selected, and let's move to the shape builder tool and actually merge them, and with the direct selection tool I'll select both of these while holding down Shift and have a smooth transition for it. Let's send it behind, and the only part that's left is actually cutting off this shape with this one. So I'm going to make a copy out of the bottom part of the surfboard, and then while holding down Shift you can actually select the mobile phone as well. With the shape builder tool, Shift M, I'm actually going to remove this one. Let's go to the layers panel, actually disable the sketch so we can take a look over what we got. We do need to bring this forward, arrange, bring to front. If you want, of course, you can always add the background color. Let's sample the one they have and send it to the back. And this would be the final look of the illustration. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more. See you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.